Now, over the break, I think it's unethical, but I think whatever people talk about over the break should also be on air, because that's a lot of that's a lot of knowledge that never gets to get on air. Before we went for the break, Beth, we were talking about the different types of mindsets that persons have that they have acquired while they were growing up, and we spoke about what parents are supposed to do to sort of mitigate or to sort of raise their children to have these proper mindsets while they are growing up. Now, say it is a big Alan. I never got that lesson. I never got that teaching. How do I start to undo that mindset? Let us start it from there.
So I think, Alan, as we are saying, is that now, by the time you're your age, already there's those mindset that you've already gotten that behavior.
Now, you cannot teach an old dog new tricks.
But in therapy, we say you can. Not really train them, but maybe you can work towards that. So we are saying that there are behaviors that you've already formed from that environment, your childhood growing up. And now these behaviors, some of them have patterns that are not healthy, or you may have healthy ones. But so for these specific ones, we are saying, if this person did not have healthy behaviors growing up, then they can visit a therapist. I would give examples of those behavior patterns are like maybe debt. You have so many debts. Or when you're talking about money, you feel guilty, or shame. So these are those things that you need now to have constructive money discussions, and also healthy health mindset, and also a healthy discussion around money. And so if you would want to know more about your personality, understand where you are, because there are some people who really don't know if they have a problem or not. Because even those people who are debt-trapped, as we talked last week, they think that they are okay. Pesa ni yangu, I will plan the way I want it. So, but in the reality, you may need help. So if you have those unhealthy patterns, and that those patterns can only be seen from the therapist perspective, you find that this person is overspending. Sometimes they are overbuying things, but maybe that is not the problem. The problem is another thing that they are fighting inside, and so they want to try and satisfy that urge, that need that is in them that is not satisfied. They are trying to solve it through buying or overspending. So as financial therapists, we'll be able to see this overspending is not just a normal overspending, probably get to understand more about your growing up, and maybe that can be a problem solved. You solve the underlying issues.
Pauline, are we able to clearly unroot these mannerisms that we have grown up and attachments that we have towards money?
Absolutely, yes, we can, but through a process. Now, I'll speak as a psychologist because I'm also a trained psychologist. So what we do is, through the financial therapy process, we take you through an assessment a process. So this is whereby we come and start with analyzing, and I want, even before I go that I want us to go back to when you go to the hospital, you just don't go tell the doctor, unaumwa na kichwa,
alafu anakupatia dawa,
alafu anakupatia panado ama ni malaria, anakupea whatever. So you have got to go through the clinical assessment process, where you start with the triage, and then you go to the doctor, they send you to the lab before you get to the pharmacy at the end of the day. For us, the pharmacy now is the investment solutions that we give. So before you get to the investment solutions or the financial solutions that we are giving you, we have to go through that. And that is where we help you to unlearn. First is to heighten the awareness, to make you realize indeed there is a problem, because there are very many people who do not realize that they have these issues. Ako tu sawa. But remember, like what Beth has said, there are people who just overspend, Why? And maybe you don't even have that money. You are fulfilling a gap within you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you have a low self-esteem or self-worth.
Yeah.
And how can you validate these low self-esteem and self-worth?
Nikinunua ile shati mzuri, nikinunua ile suti, nikinunua hiyo kiatu.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in financial therapy, we say your self-worth and your net worth, you need to keep checking them. And you should never equate the two together. Because you find that there are people who, because you have seen Alan has bought an iPhone.
Yeah.
Sichelewi. Even me, I want to be like Alan.
iPhone 17 Pro Max. 250,000 Kenyan shillings.
Yes, you'll go out of your way. It is not within your means, it is not within your budget, but you'll go and get that money maybe through debt.
Yeah.
So what am I saying? Yes, what we do as financial therapists is to help you through this process. So we will do the first assessment. We do the personality test assessment. We will walk you. Now, once we identify what type of a personality you are, we pick on your strength and the weaknesses of these particular personalities.
Yeah.
How do you make your money decisions? We will also assess your values. What are your core values? Because you're saying as human beings, we are driven by our core values. We make decisions based on some of our core values. We make money decisions based on some core values that we hold. So we are trying to unpack that. So if it is Alan, I'll ask, what are the values that drive you in life?
Yeah.
Then we now bring them to your financial decisions and try and align them. So before we make a recommendation, because also as a financial coach or advisor, you'll hear someone ask me, where do I invest? Where do I get the best return? But we go there, let's walk this journey so that we are able to align that. So yes, it's a process to help you unlearn and relearn and learn new ways of doing your money decisions.
Interesting, Pauline. Core values. How do we identify? How do I get to know? For a minute there, I thought you were asking me directly what are my core values. Nilikuwa naenda kwanza kusita na majibu. But Beth, help us understand what are supposed. How do we identify the core values? Our core values towards money or around money.
So every individual, there is that thing that guides your life.
Some of us don't know, Beth.
That's what maybe I want to unpack.
Nikuwa mpole.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. So probably pia mimi leo tajua what are my core values.
So you ask yourself that in this life, what would I say that I am satisfied or I have achieved if I do this? And so there are people, for example, who believe in themselves. They believe that money is bad.
Yeah.
Like being rich or wealthy is not something that it's in their value system.
Yeah.
But there are other people who believe that being wealthy and being rich is okay, as long as it is not money that is stolen.
Yeah.
So I believe that for me, let me just ask me. I believe that any money, any wealth creation, where that money is not attached to pain. I did not cause anybody pain to get that money. I did not probably break a family to get that money, that wealth. You got this money also through clean means. Like I did not sell drugs. I did not sell, those other people.
Whatever they do to get their money.
I did not use even Illuminati or witchcraft to get that money.
Yeah.
And I've gotten it through clean means, which means that I have worked hard for this money. I have been sweating to get this money. Then I believe it is okay to be rich. But then there are other people who don't believe that being rich is okay. They believe that it's evil. Money is the root of all.
It is written in the good book.
Yeah. So
it is written in the book, the good book.
Yeah. But it is always in a good book that says a good man leaves wealth for the children and
his children's children.
Children's children. It's still the same. And even you see very good examples of people who are rich. Look at Abraham, who was a rich man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we find that we call him the father of faith. So if we believe in something, then if a good example to look at is Abraham.
Yeah.
And since he was rich, then I have faith that I should be rich, and being rich is not bad.
Yeah.
So it's still in the good book that you find those good examples of people who are very rich. And you find that somebody like Abraham had even servants who were serving him. So, and big pieces of land, all wealth in terms of even goats and sheep and camels and all that.
Yeah.
And even we look at the Bible that the children of Israel, when they were leaving Egypt, the Bible says they were told to ask for gold from their
The people who had captured them initially.
Yes, so
Yeah.
it is not bad to be rich. And so for me, my values, I believe, as long as money is not earned the wrong way, it is good to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pauline, because you talk to these people, you talk to the wealthy, you talk to the rich, and the not so rich, and probably the poor. What are the stark differences in terms of the values? What values have you come across that the wealthy have, the rich, and those of us who tukupandi ingine?
When we speak about values, sometimes we are thinking of some basic things.
Yeah.
There's integrity, there's honesty, there's a family.
Yeah.
And when I speak about family, we find that somebody will get a job in the US. And they will say, I will not go. Why?
Because of my family.
If I'm not going with my family, I'm not going to take up that job.
Kuna watu kama hao?
Wako.
Yeah,
Wako.
yeah.
Eh,
And
Yes.
actually, they know that when they leave the family, they are breaking, because them they believe if they are not far from their family, they might be tempted to do other things. So
Yeah.
they say no.
So yes, so those are some of the drivers, the family. I mean, the values that
Yeah.
that drive different people. So you'll find that for the wealthy, there are those who are driven by giving
back.
back to the society.
Yeah. So they solely set out to make money so that they have enough to give.
They create some even create foundations.
Yeah.
Whereby they will give back to the society.
Yeah.
So yes, you have supported your family, you have done whatever else you have done, but at the end of the day, my value is that I want to give back to the society. And let me put a rider there. It is not only the very wealthy. We
Yeah.
have even people who don't have much,
Yeah.
but they have taken it upon themselves. So I would say that's a common value you'll find in the different levels.
Yeah.
You will find even those of us who are in the bottom of the pyramid, you're saying, even with the little that I have, I know of a child in the neighborhood
Mwenye naweza lipia school fees.
mwenye naweza lipia school fees,
Yeah.
naweza nunulia viatu, naweza lipia vitabu asome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a value that you're holding,
Yeah.
and that's giving back to the society. There are others who have a value of me, I want to live life and live the life to my best.
Live large.
I will live
Kula maisha na
large.
kijiko kubwa.
And across the three levels that we were speaking, the wealthy, the mid, and
Yeah.
the low, you will find those characters and those values still
So
there.
it does not say that Juwole ni tajiri, value zake zitakuwa
It is,
hivi.
you see, it's an individual.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter which spectrum you are in terms of your
the
money.
amount of money that you have.
The
Yeah.
amount of money that you have. Yeah. And we'll find even somebody who lives in the low income level areas who says, every Sunday I have to take my children
Yeah.
to park somewhere, a play park,
Yeah.
so that they enjoy. In that play park, you will find a child of the wealthy, the mid, and these. So it is a value. So regardless, if you are a boda rider and you're earning 500 shillings,
Yeah.
you have set 50 shillings out of that 500 every day, or 100 shillings, to make sure at the end of the month,
You're able
you've
to
created a wallet
Yeah.
whereby this one my value for this is given even back to my family by taking them somewhere.
Yeah. But now that person should not have a scarcity mindset.
Yes.
Because if you multiply 50 shillings at the end of 30 days, how much money is that? If I am of a scarcity mindset, I will say, I will never do anything with this money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Also, even the values like paying a tithe, paying the 10% to God and saying that I will serve God with my money.
Yeah.
Like in, just as what she's talking about, taking care of the disadvantaged, the orphans and all that. And even values like taking care of parents at home or old people, that's
By
where
then,
black tax gets in.
kuna watu waangaliangi wazazi wao.
Yeah.
Wao walitoka
And maybe,
nyumbani washamaliza.
yes, and maybe you have a sick parent there who really took care of you, but you don't want to give back. It's all about value system. So you find that there are those who have values like, okay, in as much as I'm giving back to the society, I'll give back to the society. I will serve God with my money. I will solve a problem in the society, but also I will give back home
Yeah.
to support somewhere. Also, to some extent, it should be balanced so that you don't also overburden yourself with black tax.
As we're going for a break,
Yeah.
wanasemaga you cannot pour from an empty cup. But what
Yes.
you're literally saying, msewa boda boda, hiyo 50-50 yake, labda angeiweka anunue pikipiki ingine, but sasa they are giving it out. Isn't that
The
pouring
value.
from an empty cup? Ama kuna values zingine pia zenye zina kuweka bad timing.
Remember, Alan, what you're saying, the mindset for that border,
Yeah.
with the 50 shillings, you're very intentional with what you're saying. Yes, so maybe they have the 50
Yeah.
in this pocket for
But they have
taking,
saved their
but they
100.
have another 50 that is going to a different pocket for investing in in another border.
Yeah.
So that person is financially aware of
Whatever he's doing with his
whatever
money.
they are doing with their money. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we're going to specifically talk about one thing. And Beth has hinted about it even over the break. Because unfortunately, there is a lot of content that is going around about marriages, how marriages sijui na bamba watu fulani, how marriages are not working and all. How marriages are not working and all of that. And Beth last week told us that one of the main reasons why families break is because of the finances of the family.
Yes.
So you're going to talk to us about what do we need to do now, or even before we start deciding. I think enough kuanzia pale kwa kudate.
Yes.
You're in courtship. What are some of the things that we are, some of the financial decisions that we're supposed to make at the very onset before we go into a marriage, so that we do not see much of the content that we are saying right now. Hata wale wenye wajaoa ama wajaoleka sahi wanaogopa kufanya mambo ya marriage. We're going to be back.